Ahoy there, Legion! Hope the weekend treated you well. It's the Monday after a dev stream, so you know we got a recap and review for you. Update 19 or not 19? That is the question. It's been a few months since a brand new update, and that extra time has led to one heck of a pile-up of new content. So much, in fact, that they're considering releasing it in sections. For now, they're thinking we'll get some of the polished stuff first and release the rest of it at launch. There's still some wishy-washy sentiments on what's actually going to be ready for 19, which implies the ideas aren't entirely fleshed out yet, so I'll wait for more solid information before recapping what we can expect as Kavats and custom-made holstering have flip-flopped between being on and off that 19 list a few times already. Good news is the Umbra is officially getting worked on right now, but they can't reveal anything, or apparently a big surprise would be spoiled if they did. Steve said they'll have something more concrete to say about it soon. The market's getting another rework. It's actually been quite some time since the last one, so I suppose it's due. Unlike Star Chart, which was fine the way it was, but luckily that's getting fixed shortly as well. As for the market, you'll be able to smart search for whatever you want. If the item you want has skins or is part of a pack, all of them will pop up to let you know you got options. Or you can search up a pack and break it down by what's inside. At the very least, you won't have to click through menus and hope to find what you're looking for. Just search for it, and away you go. Good news for Archwing fans. All three of you will be enjoying a new flight model, which will finally include 360-degree turning options. In theory, loop-de-loops will be an option with this if it's done right, so that could possibly win me back over. We mentioned a few new mission types that it's going to have going for it last dev stream, such as racing, chasing, and whatever that last one was, and they're aiming to release all this Archwing content at once around update 19. We got a big chunk of Warframe rework and passive implementation news coming up, but before we conquer that territory, I wanted to touch down on the Tonkor and Cyanoid Simulor. Did DE warn us all of impending nerfs? Well, they didn't exactly say no, so pitchforks down, at least for now, lads. They finally noticed some weapons might be a bit overtuned, shall we say? There were no deadlines set or hard stances placed, but Mesa did get a very similar mention before her update was reworked as well, is all I'm saying. While Loki Prime has been sealed away and Vauban Prime is set to come out this week, DE mentioned this summer the Prime Vault shall be opening once again. Considering the release schedule, my credits would be on Mag Prime, with Boar Prime and Docker Prime all popping out to say hello in a few months. Mag and Vault rework is still scheduled before the end of this month, as well as Vauban's bounce rework they just revealed on the stream. Like Ivara's quiver ability, tapping the button will cycle through the options of bounce, while holding it will activate your selection. He'll have his regular bounce as normal, a trip laser which will now actually trip running enemies and stumble walking ones, shred grenade which is bounce but for heavily armored targets, and concussion grenade which provides a radial stun. They mentioned it deafens enemies, so I don't know if that's accurate and it makes it a stealth utility as well, or they're just going along with the concussion name on that. Vauban's passive will be the more warframes near him, the more his armor will get buffed. I don't know why. Just don't blame me. They came up with it. If you wanted to know about the rest of the passives, we got the bullet list right here. Ash's bleed procs will last longer and hit harder. Tentatively, all of Banshee's weapons will be completely silent, so enjoy stealthy shooties. Ember. Now, this one I'm going to quote directly and y'all can come to your own conclusions. Quote, anytime Ember gets fire procced, unquote, she'll get energy regen and a damage boost. You might think that sounds amazing until you realize they probably mean when Ember herself gets hit with a fire proc it's gonna trigger, and not when you hit enemies with one. Sad face. Hydroid, at least tentacally, will summon a single tentacle on melee ground slam. Limbo doesn't have one yet, which Limbo fans probably expected at this point. Loki might get an infinite wall latch timer. Mag sucks up items like a carrier sentinel whenever she bullet jumps. Necros will get healed a small amount each time an enemy dies nearby. Nova will knock down anyone around her when she herself gets knocked down. Eye for an eye. Good on ya, lass. Enemies affected by Nyx's abilities will get disarmed, or in Mind Control's case, they'll get disarmed after Mind Control is ended. Oberon is a Disney princess and will turn local wildlife into allies in range. Such a pretty princess he is too. Trinity will be able to revive faster and from further away, which kind of puts her healing ability into question. And of course, Volt is getting the Carpet Shock-like passive, where the longer you spend running on the ground without jumping, the more powerful your next attack is going to hit. If you like any of them, all of these should be in place before the end of the month. Someone named Legion actually had their question answered about snipers getting another pass considering their usefulness on the field. While it was pretty much squashed by the devs instantly, had to give a tip of the hat to someone with such taste in names. Doors will have new lighting and displays in place, so hopefully it'll be easier for colorblind Tenno to spot at a glance. Repeatable quests are supposed to be ready for update 19, but it might get shuffled around again with all that content coming out. Lunaro should get a live demonstration in the near future, and starting today, the upcoming Fairy Frame will have a list of suggested names for the design console to choose from. Apparently it's going to have rather unique idle animations which will look interesting on other frames. For better or worse, first person to link me what Rhino looks like in that thing's gonna get a shout out in the next possible recap and review. Until then, hope you enjoyed this recap, Legion. Any of the new passives seem interesting to you? Maybe some thoughts on update 19 overall? Leave a comment below and tell us all about it. As always, thank you for watching, and catch you next time, Legion. Take care.